Natalie Gonzalez here from Synergy Health and Wellness, and I'm going to go over the guidelines or ground rules that I'm going to use for the 40-day challenge. I am starting today, and I have determined which things I'm going to be more stringent about and which things I'm going to be more relaxed about. The point of it is to get back on track with my health and just feel better. So giving myself too much leeway isn't going to really serve the purpose. So I will be focusing on each of the different lifestyle areas related to sleep, movement, food and fasting, relationships, and stress or being able to unwind. I'm going to do a short video each day to recap and just let you know how that day went. And then you can comment on it if you want. You can follow along with me if you want. But we also have a 40-day online challenge that we'll be doing for a limited number of people that we'll be coaching through the same process. I'll give you a link to that whole series of coaching sessions that will occur during that 40 days. I'm going to be working on food. For me, that means having whole foods, organic if possible, wild-caught, or grass-fed if I'm eating meats. I want to stick to, if it's processed, single food ingredients or foods that only have a few ingredients in them, all of them recognizable, and I'm avoiding preservatives. Natural flavors are probably okay as long as they're not gluten, but sometimes you can't tell. But I'll be avoiding preservatives, and acetic acid, and ascorbic acid in canned and bottled foods. I will be doing fasting because it's part of what helps me feel better, and there's a lot of research evidence for the benefits that you get from fasting. And you know, the little bit that I have done for myself in this area has made huge differences in the way I sleep and the way I feel and function. So I'm going to fast 14 to 16 hours out of every day. That means I'll end my dinner meal at 5 to allow time between then and bedtime for my stomach to be completely empty when I go to bed. And then I'm going to start the next day. If I stop at 5, then I'll start eating again the next day about 9 o'clock in the morning. For sleep, I would like 7 to 8 hours of sleep. I want to go to bed by 9:30 and hopefully be asleep by 10, and then I can be up by 6 without a problem. So I'm going to just develop that evening routine a little bit more. So they call it sleep hygiene, which I think is a funny word for it, but it is really learning how to have that bedtime routine that really helps you fall asleep nicely. So I'm going to be working on that, and maybe not drinking so much before bed so that I don't have to get up a lot during the night. Once is okay, but several times is not okay. That's really disruptive. And just track sleep. I will be working on movement. I would like 5,000 steps a day, and I would like to have some aerobic activity for about 20 minutes each day. And I would like to have some kind of strength training for about 5 to 10 minutes a day for upper body and maybe even a little bit of weight bearing. So I'm going to work those 3 things into my routine. Relationships and connection and social interaction occur throughout my day pretty easily, and I'll just be kind of recording some of that so you can see how that's going. And then for stress or unwinding, which is a big thing for me, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to continue my morning breathing exercise when I wake up because I seem to have a lot of anxiety as I'm waking up in the morning. And I'm going to be doing another relaxation or meditation throughout the day, and I'll let you know what that's going to be each day. But one other thing I'm going to do for it, which I think is really kind of a wonderful thing to reset yourself as far as stress and being able to unwind, is something fun and creative in my day. Something like improvisation I'm really anxious to learn improvisation on the piano, and I might do that for this next 40 days and see how that makes me feel. You have to be pretty relaxed to be able to do something like that. So even this is part of being able to improvise while I'm talking, and so this will be kind of fun because both of those are something creative, something fun in every day. So those are the guidelines or ground rules that I'm going to use for my 40-day reset. If I get off track, I am going to start with the 40 days again. And you know, part of doing a challenge is being consistent. And if I do it for 40 days, that's pretty consistent. And I really feel like that's going to make a difference in how I'm feeling and getting my health back on track. In fact, in many ways, I'm already feeling some of that just by practicing for the last 3 or 4 days on day one. So there we have it. We love your suggestions, and we'd love for you to follow along and just give some comments and encouragement. I will see you on the next video, which is going to be the recap of today, which is day 1.